Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Miami Dolphins. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
On second down, Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, it's Howard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally, taken down at the 15. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. They run with Howard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
The ball carrier.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Mike Gesicki.
From the 2, here's first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The reigning league MVP Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field and leading the way now in his 3rd season in the National Football League as this Baltimore offense gets set to go.
And to me, he's one of the 2 most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
On second down, Ingram. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 26 yards on the play there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jacob Breeland there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
For the extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Miami Dolphins, 2-3 on the year now. They come up with one of the more surprising scorelines of Week 5, blowing away San Francisco 43-17 in Santa Clara. And the Dolphins capitalizing on a couple of Jimmy Garoppolo interceptions to build a big halftime lead. And how about Ryan Fitzpatrick, who obviously has been hearing the drumbeat for Tua get louder and louder, but he was tremendous in the win. Season high 350 yards, 3 touchdown passes. I don't know, CD, are we underrating the Miami Dolphins?
You know, I think you can take the drumsticks and put them down for a while and let Ryan Fitzpatrick be Fitzmagic. So to answer your question, we might very well be, because their 3 losses this year: New England, Buffalo, Seattle. Think about those 3 teams and how good they have been and are. No slouches in that group at all. But now, due to schedule changes, the Dolphins can dare to dream that they can be 3-3 going into their open week, because they host the Jets in Week 6. And then, after their open week, they get a home game against the Rams. That could be huge. That could really signify and announce to the rest of the league that this Dolphins team is underrated.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. And many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his second season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete to Isaiah Ford.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Complete to Preston Williams.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throw it on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson now rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Play action. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Justin Tucker is a kickoff for Baltimore.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That one goes for 30 yards. Jackson.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He can run for it, and he will. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback in the NFL. To your point, very difficult to get him down.
And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. A little juke. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. On the move to his left. Bind, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Steps away. got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
He's going deep for Brown.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and one ability to run the ball. It'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
31. Dolphins 7.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Tua going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. That'll be complete to Breida. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Steps away to his left.
Back to Brown, this time complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Now, these two teams, you might remember, they met in the opener of the 2019 season, and that game was all Baltimore. 59-10 was the score. That was the biggest margin of victory in the NFL in 5 years. As things would turn out, the Ravens would go on to lead the league in rushing, while the Dolphins would finish in the number 32 spot, last in the NFL in that category. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Ravens add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. He's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And right away, he'll look to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
And 7 at the 28-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Tua's throw going to find his running back, Breida.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tua to throw again. And over the middle, this is Parker.
Tagovailoa.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Today's
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.